But you can't be thinking you're gonna go have plastic surgery on a Groupon.
Exactly.
Like you,
The
ain't no
Botox
plastic
parties.
surgery on sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And if it's on sale, 9 times out of 10, you're not supposed to get it from the person that's having a sale on liposuction. Don't do that.
Things just got wild in the Braxton family. And this time, Tamar didn't just stir the pot, she flipped the whole table.
Confessing that although I love my family, most of the time I don't like my family. Everyone in my family.
Take a breath.
Everybody. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, it wouldn't be my friend.
Her latest live stream turned into a full-blown public roast of her own sister, Toni Braxton, and the internet cannot believe what she said. Tamar went on camera and straight up claimed that Birdman dumped Toni because of a botched BBL that allegedly smells bad. Can you believe that? For weeks, she's been dropping subtle shade, mocking Toni's new look, poking fun at her romance, and hinting that Birdman's been distant for reasons too personal to say out loud. But when she threw that BBL accusation into the mix, everything exploded online. People are losing their minds trying to figure out if Tamar's telling the truth or just trying to humiliate her sister for clout.
That is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my ass, and I sent him on his way. It wasn't, you don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house. Not Mrs. Braxton. Not Mrs. Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no sold out. Between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week.
Some fans say she's just being messy for views, while others think there's real tension brewing behind closed doors. And Toni? Oh, she's not staying quiet this time. Word is she's furious and gearing up for a major clapback that could expose way more than Tamar bargained for. This family feud is getting uglier by the minute. If this keeps blowing up, we might be witnessing one of the wildest, most personal celebrity family feuds in years. Is this still Braxton family values or straight up Braxton family breakdown? The drama's so real it feels scripted, except it's not. When producers teased that this season would bring the heat, nobody expected this. Even the Kardashians might want to grab a snack and take notes, because this level of chaos is next level entertainment. Just when fans thought Tamar couldn't stir the pot any harder, she dropped another bomb, saying Toni secretly got a BBL. Yes, Toni Braxton with a BBL. That's not just gossip, that's a scandal with capital letters. Plastic surgery in Hollywood isn't new, sure, but what made everyone's jaws hit the floor was Tamar's shocking claim that Toni's BBL went so wrong it allegedly started to stink, and that Birdman almost walked out over it. What? That's not just shade, that's nuclear level messy. Toni, of course, isn't letting that slide. She's been shutting down the rumors, swearing she never got any body work done. In her words, Toni laughed it off saying, "Mduya Kai, don't you know that it's my booty? I love somebody." She's keeping her story tight, claiming the only thing she's ever changed was her nose, just because she didn't like how it looked. But fans aren't sure what to believe anymore, and this feud just keeps getting hotter. Toni's been open about a few of her cosmetic tweaks. She once talked about her slimmer look and even admitted to getting a boob job. In one interview, she said, "For a girl who just scored a record deal with two of the biggest names in the business, I actually felt very lonely. I've been wanting to change my nose for years. I wanted it to be less broad, but because of how I was raised, I struggled with the idea of changing my body." Then she added, "And of course, I later got my boobies done. I'd always been built like a gymnast on top, thunder thighs below." She even laughed once, saying, "I wish I would have had lipo on my inner thighs. I've always hated them." So according to Toni, the nose job and boob job Were it, nothing more. But let's keep it real. A whole lot of fans aren't buying that story. People online have been calling major bluff, claiming she's definitely had liposuction and maybe even a BBL too. And when you compare old school Toni from her 90s days to her more recent viral pics, the difference is hard to ignore. Back in the day, she had that classic natural fine look, but now her waist is super snatched and her hips are popping like never before. Fans are convinced it's giving strong BBL energy, and the internet won't stop talking about it. Soon enough, social media detectives went wild, zooming in, doing side-by-sides, and insisting Toni might not be telling the whole truth about her glow-up. Some say she's just keeping her beauty secrets private, while others think she's full-on hiding the truth to protect her image. But here's the twist. Just when everyone thought the rumors were fading, Tamar came crashing back into the spotlight and confirmed it all herself. That's when the real chaos began. Reports are saying Tamar's been out here spilling everything about Toni's supposed secret BBL, telling people her sister's been trying to pass it off as her natural body. But the real question is, why would Tamar do her own sister like that? Insiders claim this might all be payback, because the tension between the Braxton sisters has been boiling for months. And now, things have exploded into a full-on family mess. Apparently, before Tamar could even hit record on that explosive episode, Toni's legal team swooped in and dropped a cease and desist, shutting the whole thing down before it even aired. But you know Tamar, she wasn't about to take that quietly. She clapped back online, saying that if anyone tries to claim her sisters turned on her to protect the family, that's a total lie. And just when fans thought this was all one big misunderstanding, Trina and Tawanda jumped in saying they had no clue about any of it. Turns out, Tamar really did get that cease and desist, meaning Toni handled everything solo. No backup, no warning, just straight silence and legal threats. Now the internet's in full detective mode. People are asking why Toni's working so hard to stop someone named Ashley from speaking out, and what exactly went down behind those closed doors. Some fans swear Toni's just being petty because she's still beefing with Tamar, while others believe she's covering for someone else entirely. Either way, that cease and desist move sent Tamar over the edge. She swore she'd get revenge. And that's when she went public with those wild jaw-dropping BBL allegations that have everyone talking non-stop. You'd think Tamar would have stopped for the sake of sisterhood, right? Wrong! Clearly, you don't know Tamar Braxton. When it comes to drama, she doesn't hit the brakes. She hits the gas. Instead of backing off, she doubled down and claimed Toni's BBL allegedly went so bad that Birdman nearly filed for divorce over it. Yep, according to Tamar, that's how messy things got. It's starting to look like she's on a full-blown mission to drag her sister's name through every headline she can. Now fans can't stop talking. Timelines, TikToks, and gossip blogs are flooded. Everyone's wondering what's really going down behind closed doors at the Braxton house. And just when you think this family feud can't get any uglier, it somehow does. Things are spiraling fast, and people are starting to connect the dots. Maybe Tamar's spilling all this because of something deeper, something personal. Remember when Toni allegedly filed for divorce from Birdman just 2 days after saying, "I do"? Yeah, that wasn't a rumor. That actually happened. Reports say Toni supposedly separated from Birdman just 48 hours after their wedding, and less than a month later, she went full throttle, filing official papers claiming their marriage was irretrievably broken with zero chance of saving it. That revelation shocked everyone, especially since this wasn't their first messy breakup. You might recall their big split back in 2019, but the twist came later. By 2023, insiders claimed Toni started reaching out to Birdman again. Allegedly, she was sending flirty messages, dropping subtle hints, and making it clear she was ready for another round with him. Now fans are asking, was this real love or just part of the Braxton chaos playing out in public once again? Birdman once joked that being back with Toni felt like the breakup never even happened, because she was that determined to slide right back into his life. At first, Birdman tried to play it cool, saying he'd moved on, focusing on his own grind, and wasn't looking back. But Toni wasn't giving up that easy. She kept showing up, reaching out, and reminding him of all those unforgettable moments they once shared. And guess what? Those old feelings Birdman swore he'd buried deep started creeping back up. Before long, her persistence paid off, and boom, the two were back together like nothing had ever gone wrong. After dating again for about a year, they shocked everyone by tying the knot on August 8th, 2024. Fans were cheering, thinking this was finally their happily ever after. Until, out of nowhere, Toni hit the world with a divorce filing that left everyone speechless. That's when the whispers started. People claimed Toni might have had other motives, especially since rumors were swirling about her having some serious financial struggles at the time. The internet couldn't handle it. Drama everywhere. Some fans accused her of chasing Birdman's money, while others defended her, saying she'd been through too much to not look out for herself. But when reports dropped that Toni was allegedly trying to walk away from the marriage with a $160 million divorce payout after being married less than a month, the internet completely lost it. Comment sections went wild, gossip pages crashed, and debates broke out over whether that number was fair or downright outrageous. Even 50 Cent jumped in on Instagram, cracking jokes like only he can, saying, "Now watch, women are gonna say, well, if you stuck around for 16 years, you'd want to be paid for it too." That comment sent everyone into a frenzy, and the drama just kept getting louder. That 50 Cent comment blew up the internet. Social media went crazy. Toni was getting dragged left and right, with people calling her a gold digger and saying she was just in it for the money. But now, with all these new whispers about Birdman supposedly wanting to bounce because of that rumored botched surgery, some fans are starting to see things differently. They're saying maybe Toni's wild reaction wasn't about greed. Maybe it came from anger and straight up humiliation. If there's even a sliver of truth to that surgery story, then maybe throwing out that massive $160 million number was her emotional way of hitting back. Insiders say Toni eventually cooled off and even called off the divorce completely. One source even claimed she filed first only because she found out Birdman was about to beat her to it, and she didn't want to be the one getting left. She wanted to stay in control, save face, and keep her pride intact. I mean, let's be real. Being married for 2 days isn't exactly something anyone wants on their resume. But apparently, the couple managed to work things out. Word is, Toni handled those health rumors quietly and made sure everything was fresh, fixed, and fine. So, for now, things seem calm, at least on the surface. But the truth? None of this tea would have seen daylight if Tamar and Toni hadn't blown up on each other in that explosive fight. And you know Toni, she's no pushover. She doesn't take hits without firing back. According to insiders, she clapped right back at Tamar, dragging her hard over her own messy situation with her ex-fiancé, JR. Oh yeah, the shade went both ways, and it got personal fast. And when I say Toni hit the mark, I mean she hit it hard. Because not too long ago, Tamar herself admitted that her ex-fiancé, JR, didn't just cheat. He allegedly stole her jewelry and gave it to his side chick. Can you imagine that level of disrespect? But hold up, it gets even wilder. Reports claim JR was also allegedly messing around with Tommy Lee while still dating Tamar. Now that's a whole different kind of scandal. Tommy didn't hold back either. She bragged online that JR didn't cut off those other women for Tamar, even after Tamar came at her publicly. And if that wasn't enough, Tommy went on to say that JR had been out here spilling Tamar's business to anyone who'd listen, just running his mouth like it was open mic night. Total chaos. The internet couldn't handle it. Fans were stunned. Gossip pages went into overdrive, and everyone was questioning Tamar's choices. People were like, how could she stay after that? The drama was so loud, it felt like a reality show playing out in real life. And here's the craziest part. Insiders claim JR allegedly did all of that within just 1 week of meeting Tommy. 1 week. That's not just messy, that's pure mayhem. And it left Tamar humiliated in front of millions. JR knew exactly about the tension between Tamar and Toni, but that didn't stop him one bit. He jumped right into the mess, got involved, and started running his mouth spilling Tamar's private business like it was nothing. That's wild behavior. Honestly, Tamar should have dropped his so-called white chocolate self and walked away the moment he started acting shady. But come on, this is Tamar. She doesn't take advice from anyone, even when the writing's glowing red on the wall. So she kept doing her thing, posting about her man, her man, her man. Except the problem was, he was also everybody's man. The internet couldn't stop clowning. And then came the heartbreak. JR allegedly dumped her out of nowhere, leaving her spiraling all over Beyonce's internet like we'd never seen before. It was messy, it was loud, and it was everywhere. For a while, people moved on, thinking the saga was done and buried, until Toni resurrected it in the most savage way possible. During a shady little "isn't this you" moment, Toni threw that whole JR situation right back in Tamar's face. And it hit hard, especially since Tamar had just tried to come for Toni's relationship with Birdman. Now it's clear, these sisters don't just argue, they go to war. When the Braxtons bring drama, they bring it heavy and public. But here's the real question everyone's asking. How far are they willing to take this feud before someone completely loses it? Because if this tea keeps spilling like this, it's not staying on TV. It's about to blow up everywhere. Now with the sisters trading blows like heavyweight champs, the Braxton family drama has officially reached a boiling point. Insiders say things behind the scenes are way worse than what fans are seeing online. We're talking group chats blowing up, family dinners canceled, and everyone picking sides. Tamar's out here defending her every move, while Toni's quietly plotting her next power play. It's not just gossip anymore. This is turning into a full-on family war. Word is, Tamar's been hinting that she's got even more tea to spill, something that could end all rumors once and for all. Meanwhile, Toni's been keeping it classy in public, but allegedly gearing up to drop her own bombshells that could flip the whole story upside down. The tension's so thick, you could cut it with a knife, and fans are glued to every update like it's a primetime reality show. And it's not just them. Even the other Braxton sisters, Trina and Tawanda, are feeling the pressure to pick sides. Some say they're trying to play peacemakers, but others think they're secretly backing Toni behind the scenes. Either way, the whole family's on edge and nobody's sure what'll happen next. What's even crazier? Insiders are whispering that producers from Braxton Family Values might be trying to cash in on all this chaos with a tell-all special, featuring never-before-seen clips and shocking confessions. If that happens, this feud won't just stay online. It'll be front and center for the whole world to see. At this point, it feels like the Braxton drama isn't just a story. It's a full-blown saga. And if the rumors about what's coming next are true, this family storm is just getting started. This whole thing is about to explode in real life. No question about it. Because let's be honest, there's no drama like family drama. And the Braxtons, they always take it 10 levels higher than anyone else. Every twist just gets messier. Every clapback hits harder. And at this point, nobody knows what these sisters might do next. Whatever's coming is guaranteed to leave everybody completely shook. If you've been hooked on this wild Braxton saga, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment, and share it with someone who lives for drama like this. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to Juicy Reel, because the next chapter in this story is about to get even crazier. You seriously don't want to miss what's coming next.